Hello, hello. And I've got sound. Yaboo sucks to you guys. You can't get me like that. Let's see who we got in the house while I wait for the video to come through. Tusk first on the stream again. No, it's not a quiz tonight. Tonight is just going to be a bit of a chat. After last time's mega quiz, I think I'll give that format a skip for a while. Mohammed Shafiq, good evening to you. And I see you did set your reminder and you've arrived back on time. Thank you. Demon Orb, hello, hello. Brainless Steel NL. Another guy set his reminder. Irish Dublin girl, beg your pardon. Good evening to you. Walter, Rainer Fuchs, hello, hello. Mr. Andrat was in and he's out. Devin Schiff. Don't recognise the name, Devin. Not 100%. Maybe. Not 100%. Anyway, good evening to you. And who else we got? Peter Afanas. What's today's subject? Today's subject is up there. Anything. Okay? Anything. Patricia Des Angelis. He's plucking his nose. I'm not plucking my nose hairs. I've got none. And I counted them twice. Hair and makeup takes a while, you know. Thud, hello. Yes, I am in. By the time I got a toupee. What, when I've got this lovely fine head of, you know, Snark. Best part of the video. Oh, thanks, Snark. So what was the best part of the video? Arnold, the video tonight with Max Sensible. I hope you all caught that. I would appreciate your thoughts on it. Who else we got? Roy C, number 6. Tesla Ranger, hello, hello. Chris Lewis, 187. Good evening to you. And Crafty Keeler. Got away from the goats then. Who else we got? Spamulous HD. Oh, love the updates vid. Thanks, Spamulous. Yeah. Mr. Max Sensible will be appearing from time to time, little cameos, and I've got one or two other ideas. And carry on down. Chris P. Bacon. I see what you did there. Crispy Bacon, good evening to you. Yeah, anything, Roy. Anything at all. 12 goats. Wow. That's a box full, isn't it? One of those long-shaped boxes. A dozen goats. Arctic Haze, show me the curvature of your headphones. You happy? I should charge extra for that. Take 2 bottles into the shower. Just takes a can of Pledge. Get out. Good evening to you. Key Weasel, hello, good evening or good morning to you. Key Weasel is one of my 2 this week's patrons. So good evening to you, Key Weasel. Brother Grief, headphones are flat. No, it's actually, these are the geometric the geometric headphones are about here. These are the apparent headphones. Okay, I hope that's clear. And hi to you, by the way, Arctic. Osvaldo Greco, good evening to you. So, how is everyone? Keeping fine and well, I hope. Hello, Timo. Not suffering from COVID, I hope. I'm in the middle of my 2 weeks off. There's interesting things happening at my work, apparently. But that's another story that I can't tell you. Sorry, guys. Anyway, yeah, what did you think of Max Sensible? Please let me know in the comments. Loved it, hated it, meh. I did get someone say I'd overdone the red. I have had issues when I'm using green screen. It does change the colour slightly. It needs adjusting. But because I'm colourblind to red-green, I can't see that. I do make an adjustment, but it's often not enough. However, on this occasion, Max is supposed to be highly coloured. That is deliberate. Definitely deliberate. Key Weasel, thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir or lady, madam, I don't know. I shall... Patron. Thank you, patron. Ivan James, getting really fed up of lockdown. Oh, Ivan. What, with all this entertainment on YouTube? Not a 99-cent troll. Yo, how's it going? Not so bad, dude. What's up? What's up? Max was fine, says Royce. Miss Victory. Hi. Is it that Miss Victory or another Miss Victory? I don't know. Not sure. Is that Little Miss Victory? Have you got your own account? Or is it a totally different Miss Victory? So, what's been happening? Who was it I did earlier on? I did Anthony Riley. Anthony Riley with his red shift, blue shift. What a twonk, eh? Talk about grasping. Well, more than grasping. Total reach into nowhere and calling it good. Because the balls on the animation happen to be red-blue. He thinks, oh, red shift, blue shift. And that proves a flat earth. He's got no idea. If I was him, and I honestly thought, I wonder if that's anything to do with it, the first thing I'd do is have a look on the internet about redshift and blue shift. It doesn't take much to check it out. Then I would find out, oh, that's not going to prove the flat earth. I'll forget that before I make a total idiot of myself. Too late, Riley. Too late. Walter says Max is cool. Oh, right. Kiwizel's a mister. Good evening to you then, sir. More like a big kid. Excellent. I think you've got to stay silly in a sensible sort of fashion. Walter says Max is cool. Hello from Sweden. Greetings to you, Thomas. TGK2K. Good evening. Snark. Oh. Chris Victory. Hello, great chat. Chris Victory. Was Miss Victory, Little Miss Victory? Just a couple of comments down below you. Oh, you couldn't put Little Miss Victory. Oh no. That's not good enough, is it? No. Oh, wrong side. Well, good evening to you, Little Miss Victory. Max was great. Good old memories, says Osvaldo. I loved Max Headroom when I was a kid. Absolutely loved him. Yeah. I had someone saying I could have copyright issues. I haven't nicked a single bit of their music or the film. I have a character who happens to have a first name of Max. That's all. Look, we got some news in there for Little Miss Victory. That is your Little Miss Victory. Excellent. No, Little Miss Victory. Look at all those news. He's a confirmed Poe. Who is Snark? Is that Riley? I've been calling him Oakley lately when I've been sort of thinking about what I've been doing, and I have to sort of catch myself and correct myself. Andy Sibley 1. Hi, Mr. Sensible. Anthony Riley's a fake flurf like the rest of his mates. Yeah, I reckon you're right. Just a bit. Riley's stupidity claims that the orange of the sky was due to redshift. I know. And the interesting thing is his pictures showing the blue shift in the morning. Yeah, the sky was very dark blue because it's lightning from night time. But the sun that appeared still happened to be a yellowy orange. So everything else had a blue tinge. Golden Skeptic says, hello, Mr. Sensible from Wales. Hello to Wales. Say hi to Creaky Blinder. I'm not sure if he'll understand you because he's got such a strong accent. I don't know if he can speak English. Greetings and salutations, Max. Hello, huge arse. Don't fall for the current feud between Riley and Ranty. It's set up. Yeah, I haven't touched it. I didn't watch the original thing. It's all a bit strange, isn't it? Saying that Ranty was raising money and then he wasn't giving it, but then the person who gave him hundreds of dollars said it was for Ranty and not for... weird. I'll leave him to it. I'm not going to touch it with a barge pole. I'm not going to touch it with somebody else's barge pole. Was Max inspired by Feku's agent? No, not a 99-cent troll. Have you never met Max Headroom? I suggest you do a googly on Max Headroom and have a look on YouTube for Max Headroom because there's a few little bits of Max Headroom on YouTube. Max was a wonderful character in the 80s. He did some introducing pop music. He did some interviews. He had a show. Brilliant stuff. Heat. I like that. What you're just saying. Actually, let me see if I can do something. You might like this. I've just got to do a little bit of setup. Right. A little treat for you then, Heat. If I can get this to work. Come on. I hope it does work. Okay. Ready? Oh, yes. What do you think to that then, Heat? This is a channel takeover. I hope it comes through all right, because I've done it on the fly. 20 minutes into the future, yeah. Come on, I'm waiting for it to come through on the screen. I want to see what it looks like. God, it's a long delay again tonight. Gosh of Heckfire. Oh, I see it's coming through. Gosh of Heckfire from the middle of America. Was this? These folks are way too young to know Max Headroom. Yeah, gosh. They need to live a little. And there we go. Channel takeover. Do you remember that, Heat? Better switch the other background back on. There we go. I'll get dizzy after a while. Canadian Matt Frewer. It was just brilliant stuff. No, like 80s YouTube poop. Yeah, Snark, it's very wavy, but Max Headroom, or someone pretending to be Max Headroom, actually took over a broadcast TV signal. This was the background they used, and they had a Max Headroom costume on, and it was really strange. I think it's on YouTube, and ended up with his buttocks being spanked, bare buttocks being spanked with a fly swat. Really odd. Really, really odd. Yeah, don't know how they did. They did it twice, I think, in one night, and then never again, and they never caught them, which is interesting. And for some reason, my footwear's just disappeared. Where the hell's it gone? Ah! There we go. Oh, super chat. What we got here? Scott Lilly has super chatted $5. Scroll it across. Hello, Sensible. A big shout out from the home of the Blue Pill, Pasadena, California. Oh, clicked on the wrong screen. 1 second. If I could only share the comments from some of my clients. If only. I know what you mean, Scott. I'd love to be able to talk about my work, but I can't. You have confidences and data protection and all that sort of thing, of course. Look at the song Rats on a Budget. Don't know that one. Introduction by Max. Max Headroom was the neighbour's dad in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Was he? I don't think I've ever seen the Max without the overstrong lighting, makeup and whatnot. So I've never seen the actor. Hello, Nine. Good evening to you. I was going to do a video about Mr. David Icke. I did one about a week and a half ago. Oh, excuse me. But I saw that... getting bored with David Icke already. Now, I saw that he's been kicked off of Facebook because of all the crap he's been spouting. And I was just looking at the news tonight. Let me go to this other screen. And guess what? He's been deleted off YouTube as well. David Icke. And according to that, it was only 54 minutes ago, the story. Yeah, deleted from the platform after being repeatedly warned that he'd violated policies by posting misleading information about coronavirus pandemic. But other videos, including mine, that feature Icke will remain live so long as the content doesn't break the rules. I would never do that. Continued violation of the policies terminated Icke's channel, and he had 900,000 subscribers. Oh dear, Mr. Icke. You screwed that one up, haven't you? And so, yeah, he's been banned from Facebook. So you had the live stream interview, which was posted on YouTube. That's the one I commented on. It was taken off YouTube and put up elsewhere. I didn't show any bits of it. I was just talking about it, really. Yeah. So, David Icke. Ha ha! You's gone, boy. You's totally gone. Oh, that did cheer me up some. Mohammed Shafiq, if you want a video of Mark Steele coming out as a messenger from God, just like David Icke, just let me know. Mohammed, yeah, please. I don't know if you're on my Discord or not. The link should be down here. You can jump onto my Discord, and I have a room on there called Debunk Suggestions. So that would be the place to drop that in. Now, I see I've got, because I couldn't see it at first because the window's covering up, I do have someone sat in the live waiting room to come on chat, which will be nice. I'll give him a few seconds so that he knows that he's going to be dragged over. Someone I've not spoken to before, and we'll see what we come up with. Yeah, not a 99 cent. I know it's not exactly the same if that's the takeover one, but it's not a bad copy, is it? But I grabbed the copy for that reason. Okay, let's bring this new guest on. And once again, having got my sound right at the start, I'm going to do it again. You're going to find it hard to catch me out tonight. Hello, good evening to the Snark. Hello. Hello, you're on.
Yeah, very good.
How are you?
Excellent.
And where are you, Snark? Roughly around the world.
Oh, now I've got 2 things in my ear. So
You've got 2 things in your ear?
Yeah, because I'm listening to the stream.
Ah, right. Well, you can just listen to me now, because otherwise you're going to hear everything on the stream about 30 seconds later, and all you're going to hear is me and you.
Okay.
So if you've got your mic and headphones or earphones or something, and we just chat.
Very good.
And you can always listen to it back on the stream replay anyway. So, yeah. So whereabouts around the world are you from then, Snark?
Okay, I muted the stream because it was a little bit difficult for me.
Yes, it is.
Okay now.
If you get the delays, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I've got some news. I posted a video today about Riley.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
That should be fun.
Which bit of Riley are you poking fun at?
Well, just in general, because we did that silly stuff about the red shift and the blue shift that's obviously in it. And of course, the eternal egg is in there. Yeah. Couldn't miss that.
Well,
I hope people like it.
I hope so too. If you've got a link to it, my Discord is playing up a little. Oh, there we go. The graphics card's giving me jip. If you drop a link to your video in either the lounge or general chat, a few rooms up, then I'll cut and paste it into the stream so people can check it out at some point. Okay.
Awesome. I didn't come here to advertise myself, but
I know. But hey, why not? I did his video on his blue shift, red shift. Was it yesterday or day before as well? I know quite a few people have, and it's not surprising. It's a corker, isn't it?
It is. Okay. Where could I post it, you said?
In general chat or the lounge. It's about...
General chat. There it is.
Okay, let me go in there.
And paste. That should do that trick.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
I'm a falurf to the tune of the...
Yes.
I'm a canoe, another canoe.
Yeah, that's the one.
You really ought to canoe wahoos, wahoo.
Yep, I'm a falurf. What do you think? That was too easy.
Well, it didn't take me long to get that one, did it? But I've just posted the link there. For those who don't know, that was a song. When was it? Was by Flanders and Swan, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Was that late 60s or 70s?
I think it must have been late 60s. I didn't know it then, but I got to learn about all those songs later, because I was using a musical notation program, and the other users posted their creations, or let's say the transcripts of well-known songs and musical compositions in general.
Yeah.
And of course, since I have that music, I can use it as background music, write my own lyrics, and let's say the flat earthers write them for me, and there you go.
Yeah, I'm a GNU, spelt GNU. You really ought to know
Yes.
wahoo's wahoo. Oh, and there was
Yes.
another GNU. That was.
Yes. I wish I could gnash my teeth at you. Yes, yeah. Exactly. You remember well.
Oh, that's cracking stuff. Yeah, everyone, check that out. I'll tell you what, I'm going to be sure to check that out. And what I'm going to do is because I don't want to play your thing on the stream.
No.
Because, well, quite apart from anything else, I want you to get the views, okay? But also, if there's any copyright thing, I don't want to come foul of that either.
Nope, no, there's that.
And
I don't think that'll be a real problem because it's, let's say, it's only MIDI music. But no, I wouldn't do that.
No, I know you wouldn't do anything dodgy deliberately. No. I see John Rapp super chatted $2 Australian saying, "G'day, Miss Victory. Shots fired. Ha 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 ha." Excellent. Thanks for that, John.
Hello, 9 o'clock hero.
Oh, what was it? Where's he? Chris Victory, you guys are awesome. Oh, an American, I know them. What do you know, Scott? You know what? And Heat says he's really seen such a well done cheese sleight of hand. Thank you. So, Snark, I've not looked at your channel. What sort of stuff do you do on your channel, or is it a new channel?
No, the channel has been around for a long time. I've got two channels. Let's say my personal account, and the Snark is now nearly 100% dedicated to flat Earth songs. I deleted all the material because all the other material because there was a lot there which had nothing to do with flat Earth, and I thought, okay, I better clean it up. So at least it's got a sort of a direction which it now has. Well, okay. There's one song. It's the Corona song that that I wrote together with my brother, and then we sang it together. So that was fun. But the rest is pure, poking fun at flat earthers.
Always a good pastime. Someone's just asked, why have you searched the Snark on YouTube? And I've tried it, the space Snark and the Snark, all one word.
Yes.
Why can't we find you? Oh, I see. You're just a little further down, aren't you? Let me see if I got it.
A little picture, hunting of the Snark. So my avatar says the sail of the hunting of the Snark.
And is that right? Oh no, that's not you. Is it? 1 second.
Let me see.
You're not Snarkles Sparkles, are you?
No, the trouble was that the Snark was already taken as a name, so I used something else. But that's so long ago now that I have to look where it is. The Snark 1 or Snark 3, I can't even remember. Where the hell do you find that?
Oh no. He doesn't know his own channel name. This isn't good. Well, listen, if you work it out, let us know.
Yeah.
And then we can let everyone know on here. But yeah, because it's showing up as the Snark YouTube channel. Oh, see, your YouTube channel hasn't got an. You can go into your YouTube studio and give your channel a name. So, for instance, mine is a URL. So mine's youtube.com/c/Mr. Sensible. So you might be lucky and be able to get /c/the Snark if the other people haven't done it. Because a lot of people don't do that.
Okay.
It's worth a look.
I'll try that.
It's worth a look.
I'll look into that.
So there you go, Brainless. That's why we can't find the Snark on YouTube. What a shame. But we've got a link.
There we are. I am the Snark.
I am the Snark. Let's try that. I am the Snark.
I am the Snark. I am the Snark.
I don't think I've got it.
Oh, well, Heat Shield popped a link in the side chat.
Oh, did he? Oh, thanks for that, Heat. Mohammed, thanks for the link on Discord. If that went into the deep... I see. It went into Mr. Sensible's vids, did it? No? Where did it go? don't know where it's gone, pal. Oh yes, I got it, Mohammed. Thank you. In the lounge. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that message and repost it into debunk suggestions, because that's the channel I've got. That's the channel, the room I've got that I look in particular, because otherwise it gets muddled amongst everyone else's messages. So yeah, we got your channel then, the Snark. Was the Snark? I mean, it sounds familiar, but is it a Dr. Seuss thing or something else?
No, it isn't. It's Lewis Carroll. It
Lewis
is
Carroll.
arguably the greatest nonsense poem of all time.
Is it now? Have you
yeah,
not read? Have you not read any of Edward Lear's Book of Bosh?
Yes. Well, it is called, with good reason, An Agony in 8 Fits, which looks fun at a tragedy in so many acts and things. So an agony in fits. So okay, well, that starts off really well, and it has been rumored, and I think it's true, that he started writing with the last line, which popped into his head, which was, "For the Snark was a boojum, you see," and he worked his way back until the beginning.
That actually makes you reminds me of someone I know. If she is looking to buy a book or in a library, she'll pick up the book and read the last page to see if she likes the ending, and then she'll decide whether to read the book or not, which is totally an anathema to me, and I just could not imagine doing that. It would be ruined.
Yeah, it sounds like it's not done, but okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Sorry, pal. I did ask you earlier on, and I'm not trying to pry, because I don't know if you just avoided the question. If you don't want to answer, just say. I was just wondering what sort of part of the world you were in.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in France.
Oh, France. Okay.
Yes. I am Dutch, but I'm working again in France. I just returned a week ago.
Oh, so how does that stand with all the corona and stuff like that then?
Well, you need papers to move around, but I'm working in campsites, and so I'm living in a sort of an isolation here because there's nobody on here.
Yeah.
Not a person. So this is the best isolation I can have.
So can I ask again? Please,
yes.
Please say no if not. But what is it you do then?
Oh, it's for a big organization. We got all kinds of mobile homes on different campsites, on mini campsites in France, Eurocamp, Home Air, Alfresco, whatever. Not wanting to advertise them. And at the beginning of the season, which is now a bit strange, obviously, we prepare everything, connect the gas, and make the water connect, let's say, leak-free and connected, check the electricity, check everything for safety, do repairs, and make sure you got happy customers. So now we're hoping for, let's say, a partial lift of the coronavirus. So yeah, then at least that's a sensible thing to do.
Okay, so you're preparing for holidays. I don't know.
Yes.
What's the thought? Do you think these campsites are going to open? I mean, obviously every country is different. Do you think France will go for it this summer?
They might, and one of the things they might do is open it to French customers, so you don't have all kinds of international traffic. Because I don't think they would want a big influx of people from Great Britain.
Why? What's wrong with people from Great Britain?
Nothing. I'd love to go there. I mean, I was there. I was in Alton Towers last year.
Oh yeah.
It's great to be in Britain. So, but yeah, well, I think Britain has a higher rate of corona infections. So yeah, then that might clog up the works.
Well, that is the case right now. Yes. I'm not sure how it is percentage-wise, but our deaths aren't particularly good. I saw that the US have jumped up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Let's not go into politics.
No. I don't do politics on this channel. So what's it like? Been like in Belgium then? How have they coped? I've not heard anything about Belgium on the news, and I'm sorry for swearing everybody by saying Belgium. I know I'm unfruity.
No, Belgium was more strict than the Netherlands. So they were, I think, the first in the let's say neighbourhoods to close the borders, or at least there were long queues at the borders. And if you didn't have the right papers, you had no entry, you had no business there. You don't come in.
Quite right.
So I think they've done quite all right. So yeah, but I had no trouble crossing the borders. I was lucky to still have a car, so it was. I waved my paper around, and I was waved on at two borders. So there
Yeah.
you go.
Well, I wish they'd been firmer on our borders at the start.
Yeah,
They, and then we were late to do the lockdown, and we could see it all coming. It was just all a little late. But at least they've gone for it now. Although there's so many people that are ignoring it. Idiots.
yes, yes. Idiots with YouTube channels too.
Yeah, yeah. I did a video about a guy called, what was his name? It was John. I've forgotten. About 3 videos ago, guy in the States who was pro protesting against the lockdowns, and it turned out that he ended up being the first person in his county to die of COVID-19.
Yes.
There we go.
Well, how many in the chat? How many of the listeners are now thinking poetic justice?
I know. I mean, I didn't go down that side of things. I just was pointing out what had happened. Do you know what I mean? I didn't make any fun about it because he left a wife and 2 adult children, which is very sad. But
Yes.
why do people just pluck this sort of rubbish out of midair, or listen to some wobbly YouTuber? I wouldn't listen to me if I was giving medical advice. That's stupid. I'm not medically trained. Oh, and Mohammed Shafiq says the 5G idiots are out protesting today in London. Is that happening there in Belgium or France?
I do know that the Netherlands have seen many cases of violence and destruction of 5G or supposedly 5G
Yeah.
masts. So it's the same everywhere, I'm afraid.
It's mad, isn't it? Oh, by the way, Roy C says there's nothing wrong with Belgium. To quote Monty Python, they're just boring bastards. My wife originates from Belgium. So,
Oh well.
yeah. I think her grandparents left. I think they ran. I've driven through Belgium a couple of times. No problems with it at all. Yeah, I'd quite like to visit sometime. I don't know. I don't know which bits of Belgium would be the good bits. Anything in particular we should look out for? Sorry, many things.
Yeah,
Many things.
yes. Obviously, the big towns like Brussels or Antwerp. Well, maybe Antwerp a little bit less, but it's got a nice coast. And I've been in what's that? Wallonia. So that's the French-speaking part. And well, obviously there it helps if you speak French, which I do.
Yeah.
But no, I've got nothing against Belgium at all.
I do have one thing against Belgium, or Brussels in particularly, though. And I was driving across, just sort of we went through a Channel Tunnel, cut through the top corner of France, going through Belgium to Germany, and then down Austria to Hungary. Now, all roads, I think virtually every road sign in Belgium points to Brussels, okay, which is fine. Now, we plan to skirt round the edge of Brussels because, we didn't want to drive through Brussels because that's not where we were going. But the signs were very confusing. We ended up going into Brussels. Now, they've got this, I'm sure you could tell us about it, but this sort of ring road which goes underground, comes up, goes underground, comes up. Every time it comes up, there's entrances and exits, like slip roads. So it's like a motorway that's underground almost, and you just come up for the slip roads. And you'd only find out where you were where the junction was as the road came up. And so we couldn't get off it because we had no idea where we were. Where we went,
stay on the right side.
It was mad. And then we finally decided to just achieve escape velocity and just fling ourselves off the ring road at some random junction after we'd probably been round Brussels about 3 times for all I know, and thought, well, we've no idea which way we're going. We came off it and thought, right, we'll head towards the sun. We literally thought we'll head towards the sun, and we just did that, took every turning or whatever towards the sun, at least so we could get out of Brussels. It worked, though. Turned out to be the right direction.
It's quite a story.
It was fun. But it was about 5 a.m, you see, and there was no one to ask, and not that we can speak French anyway.
Oh, Brussels should be okay. Brussels is very much bilingual, and many people speak English, so that should not have been the problem.
Oh, well, that's good. They can actually speak properly. Excellent.
Hey, it's not like the Dutch. In Holland, 97 and 98% of the population speaks English as a second language.
Yeah.
Belgium lags a little bit behind, but there are...
Oh, sorry, I lost you there, Snark. Say that again.
Yeah,
Belgium lags behind.
Behind the Netherlands in, let's say, their level of English immersion. Let's say, having English as a second language, but they're okay.
Well, here's a question for you then. Most countries have someone they like to have another country they like to have a friendly dig at. With the English, it tends to be the French, although we do have a dig at the Irish and the Welsh. Yeah, but it's the French are the ones. Is there an equivalent for Belgium?
Oh, that's Belgium. Well, that's a very good one. I think they've got a few bones to pick with the French, and specifically the northern French. Other than that, I wouldn't even know.
Ah, okay. And Joseph Petrick said I should have used GPS. It was a long time ago. There was no such thing as GPS then. We were using paper maps. And since you're underground for most of it in tunnels, it didn't really help.
It wouldn't work anyway. No.
And actually, the GPS probably wouldn't have worked so well. There we go. Yeah, Time Lord said that. GPS doesn't work well underground. Listen to Time Lord. Time Lord knows what he's talking about. Are you the Doctor, Time Lord?
What?
I don't know. Oh, Clive says he lived in the Netherlands for 3 months and they all wanted to talk English to me.
Yes, happens all the time. I've got this favourite story, very short, about an English girl who went into the baker's and asked for a half wit. And half wit is half a loaf of white bread. And
Yes.
She got the answer back in English. Do you want it sliced?
So they were really trying to immerse themselves in the language.
Clive can testify to this. Yes, happens all the time.
Which is great if you don't know the language. That's really handy. There
are those. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I know a smattering of Hungarian and a smattering of, or a little bit more of German, and with that and English, you can usually get by. And then, of course, if they don't understand, you shout.
I just wrote the only word in Hungarian that I know in the side chat.
In the side chat, where are you?
Can you see it? Third from the bottom.
Szia. Szevostok.
See, I don't know that. I've got a friend who's got a second house there.
Szia. Yeah, that always threw me because szia is hello, and hello is goodbye. So
Yes.
so people would be waving and walking away saying hello. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is Hideg Gyümölcsleves. That's what I recommend. If anyone here is going to Hungary, make sure you get some Hideg Gyümölcsleves, cold fruit soup. It's a starter. It's absolutely stunning. Lovely stuff. Many years since I've had it. Many years since I've been. There we go. Where are we? Josef Petrick is from Slovakia, so you were pretty close. Pretty close to what? Slovakia? Yes, actually. The place where I was staying was in Dür, and some people used to drive into Slovakia to get cheap fuel. So it was not far at all. Sorry, I'm just looking at some of the conversations in chat. It's
Roy's C, did you see that? I can just about speak in English, and I am English.
well, actually, that's quite true. Actually, the number of people who are English who can't speak English, they can't speak it proper like what I can anyway.
How's that possible?
So, how are you with your French? Then, are you fluent?
I'm very fluent in French, yes.
Yeah. What do you?
I've been, sorry.
I was just going to say, what do you think of the French? Always annoyed me when I was at school because there's so many letters that you just don't sound.
And French, I always say it is a sort of a worn-out language. So that's very true. That's what it makes it very difficult to let's say, you know what to say, but you don't know what people are talking back to you.
I'm not quite sure what you mean.
In English, let's say if you're learning English,
yep,
and you don't have a proper vocabulary, then it's somebody is asking you a question and you want to give your answer, but you don't have the proper words. In French, it's the other way around. You know what to say, and you don't understand the answer.
Well, I mean, it just annoyed me. Whereas German, to me, made a lot more sense. You know, it just did. I found that French, I found a real struggle and never really got anywhere. German, you know, I only reached so far with my German, but I found it logical and enjoyable, and I was learning it.
Bratwurst and beer, yeah.
Well, go on, say that again.
Bratwurst and beer.
Bratwurst and beer, yeah, always good. Immer gut. Immer gut. Clive says, me not English good. Crafty. Yes, Crafty Keeler. Crafty Keeler tried a live stream. Was that yesterday, Crafty? I think it was yesterday. I think she managed to start 2 streams at about the same time, didn't you? And just saying that she found chat distracting. Yeah, it is. But when you've got OBS and you've got the window and you've got the studio and you've got Discord, and then if you're doing other windows, if you're going to do web page stuff like that, boy, does that get distracting, because you also can't fit everything on the screen at one time. That's fun and games, I tell you. And then what happens? You forget to switch the sound on. But I didn't tonight. I'm doing all right tonight, Snark. Doing all right.
Yes.
I'm waiting for the mistake, though. I will make a mistake. I always do.
Sometimes it says, ¿Dónde está la comida? En el refrigerador.
Well,
where's the food?
Where's the food?
Yes. ¿Dónde está la comida?
I know you had a phone, Keeler. That was tough for you. Keeler, if you want to jump into chat, then please feel free. Okay. Have you met Keeler, Snark?
Not in person, no. But
well, I meant on streams. Oh, you've seen the videos?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I didn't forget Keeler. I didn't forget that you were on the phone. Yeah, because about 3-4 weeks ago, I was doing a live stream. Sorry, Irish Dublin just said tonight is not yet over, so you're still waiting for the mistake. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so I was doing a live stream. Keeler was on chatting, and I was talking to her about channels. And I said, you should start a channel. You should start a channel. We were talking about it. So she decided to start a channel during that live stream. And by the end of the live stream, she had 14 or 15 subs.
Yep. Oh, that worked really well.
I'm sorry?
That worked well.
It did work well. Her channel's growing at a pace, isn't it, Keeler?
Yes.
Are those goats? Have you seen Space Comet and Kepler?
Kepler, yes.
Yeah, I'm well pleased with that. Definitely. And on the live stream, they were running up and down the road or pathway, absolutely hair-rasping along. It looked so happy. Definitely so happy. John Rapp says French is only good when spoken by a mademoiselle.
Il a raison, ce garçon.
Well, I must admit, I wouldn't think of it with a guy speaking it, but with a lady speaking French, it is such an attractive accent to the English ear, anyway. Really
Well, I
is.
usually have my sat nav on French and French lady at that. So yeah, John Rapp, you're absolutely right.
Well, I could put mine on French, but then I wouldn't know where the hell I was going.
You'll get used to it. That's how I
Uh,
learned my first Spanish. Simply put the sat nav on Spanish. And well, it's pointing to the right, so then it's gira a la derecha. So okay, let's turn right. Thank you.
do you know you sound like oh, what's his name? Um, you're not going to like this. What's that YouTuber's name? Oh man, Antonio Subarats.
No kidding. Oh well,
Just when you were speaking the Spanish, it's Spanish what you were speaking that you were
yes.
speaking, wasn't it?
Gira a la derecha. Yes.
Yeah,
It's
it's Antonio
donde está la fría.
Subarats. Antonio's on channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Is from Italian or part Italian origin, I believe.
I have no idea. He's a strange guy. Every
No.
now and then I look at his channel to see if there's anything I can pull to bits, and there's nothing that I enjoy doing because you can get
Yeah.
videos that so many of the videos, for instance, are either sort of hour and a half long streams, or they're fairly short, but they just got music and captions coming up. Well, then first of all you've got to worry about the copyright on the music, or they can mute that. But then you've got no one talking to. They're just putting up captions.
No.
It's a bit boring. Bit boring.
True. And I've seen it as a sort of a strategy that they know if their videos are really long, then not many people, not many debunkers will go through or trawl through all that nonsense to debunk them.
Well, that's true. That's true. Although what I do with someone like Oakley, and I've done it with
Yes.
Orphan Red Now Mensa Girl a long time ago, is I just dip in. Oh, that sounds interesting. Wind it back a couple of minutes. No, it isn't. And I'll just do that. I'm not going to sit and listen to a 3-hour stream. I saw one channel. I was looking for videos. I'm not sure it was yesterday or the day before. He had 5.5 and 6 hour long streams.
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me. Because even if I decided, yep, I'm going to do that, I have to download the. Actually, I don't have to download the whole video because I could capture it with OBS. But, yeah, not much fun.
Well, I did look at one of Arwijn's streams not so long ago.
Oh, yes.
That's actually how you pronounce it, Arwijn. Hey, I'm Dutch, right? And
I think you'll find it's wine.
Yeah, well, that's what his name should be. But the way his mother and father intended it was to be Arwijn, but our wine. You know the joke about what's a blonde's favorite wine?
I don't know. What's a blonde's favourite wine?
I want to go shopping.
Ooh. Now, if there's any blonde ladies watching, that was the Snark that was saying that,
Yes,
not me. You're in trouble now.
I should bow my head in shame now. No, but nothing went on. It was dead as a dodo. He's looking at the camera and sometimes answering to what people said in the side chat, and other than that, nothing.
Yes.
Well, I bought him a beer because why not?
He doesn't even read it out. Because if
No.
you read out, for instance, look at a comment here. Oh, Thud says heat shield awesome. Well, I agree, Thud. Yeah, that would be fair enough. But he doesn't, does he? He reads it and just speaks. So unless you're watching the chat as well, it doesn't make any sense.
No, exactly. I advised him to do that, but like a good flirter that he is, he didn't take up the advice.
Well, I wouldn't give him any advice. Have you seen the one where he was whining about not having 1,000 subscribers?
That's a classic.
Oh, everyone's a winner. Oh, talking of which, with subscribers, if you can see below, people, I'm on 4.7. And when I did that video about, I'm doing it again, I'm saying Oakley, Riley, a message to Anthony Riley, and I said about I finally overtaken him because he'd refused to debate me a long time ago because I had just under 300 subs and he had 3.2k. So when I did that video, when I overtook him, he was on 4.62 and I was on 4.63, 4.64. He's dropped. He's now 4.61. So he's going in the wrong direction now. I've just double checked it. Yeah, still 4.61.
Hang on. That's the right direction.
I like that. Yeah, but I mean, someone said in a comment to one of the videos I did recently, they said, look, you do realise that when you respond to his video, you're just encouraging him, giving him views, and he'll keep on. Well, yeah, because in a way, I must admit, I don't really want them to go because it's just so much fun. I'm being honest. It's fun busting them, and it's so easy most of the time. The one time, there's been one thing, Snark, that Riley did that made me think twice. Certainly not this redshift blue shift, and certainly not his relative density disequilibrium crap. And now he's done all these things about moonlight being cold before, but he did one fairly recently where he had a cardboard box, using a lid from a cardboard box as to cast shade, and he'd made 3 holes. So you've got 3 lit areas on the background, and the 3 of them apparently read cooler than the surrounding. And although I thought that's not because the light is cold, I couldn't think of an explanation at first. But then someone else suggested he tried it on a non-moonlit night, which he did. So there were, and it was still the same. So he actually did a video admitting that wasn't it. Anthony Riley was wrong. So fair enough, credit to him for that. But that's the one time he's made me think, do you know what? I wonder what's happening. I know it's not what he says, but I don't know what it is. Oh, we got another guest waiting to come in. I'll bring her in just a moment. So she's got fair warning, because it's always a bit of a shock if you're sat in that room and suddenly find yourself on live stream. That happened to me. I went on to Planner Walk's stream a long time ago. So I'm sat in his waiting room. Nothing's happening. And, whoa, you're on live. What? Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, Dan Curtis says the Redshift Blue Shift video is epic. Well, thank you for that, Dan. I enjoyed that. And what about my? Should I beam myself up again? No, not tonight. Not tonight. So, hello, Crafty Keeler. Good evening to you.
Hello.
Hello. Let me just turn you up a bit. I just need to get the sound balance. How are you going? And how are the goatlings?
Going well. We had a new one born there this afternoon, so I'm just absolutely elated and exhausted at the same time.
Oh,
you baby.
Has it got a name?
It doesn't yet. I sent you a picture there during the live stream there, and he's a little silver thing. Gorgeous.
Oh, well, all of them are gorgeous. I mean, the markings. What type of goat are they?
A British Alpine.
British Alpine. What alpine areas are there of Britain then?
The breed itself is about 100 years old.
Yeah.
And it was the traditional British mountain goat mixed with a Swiss Alpine goat.
Ah, okay, fair enough. So that's where the Alpine came from.
Then if you look at the Toggenburg is the mountain goat from Britain and a French Alpine goat.
Oh, good night, Royce. Thank you for joining us. A French Alpine goat.
So there's a little bit of a difference between the two, but yeah, ours is British Alpine.
They're certainly cute, definitely. I mean, how big are they? It's hard to judge the size.
Bigger ones kind of grow as tall as your hip.
Okay.
I'm quite a tall person. I'm 6'11". Oh, 5'11". What am I saying?
What?
Not that tall. 5'11".
6'11". That is tall.
5'11".
5'11".
My brain is not working today. I have to say, my brain is not working at all. My brain is working as well as my connection right now.
Tatty Bogle, yeah, I know the Highlands, but does that count as Alpine? Don't know. So, yeah. Oh, Thud Thud's always wanted to climb the British Alps. I don't know where they are.
Good luck in finding them.
Oh, Keeler, meet the Snark. Snark, meet Keeler.
Hello, Snark.
Hello, Keeler.
How are you?
Yeah. Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, so where have you met before then?
No, just on
Thank you.
YouTube. I've seen the videos, of course, and I heard about the naming contest and everything, and I cast my vote,
Oh,
obviously for Space Comma.
Woo!
And so yeah, that's all I know. But it's
The thing with that was, Pat's messaged me and asked me could he put a poll up. And I said, yeah, sure, if that's the way you want it. Like, I don't mind. And there was 3,500 people who voted for space for in that poll, and 64% voted for Space Comma.
Space Comma.
I am quite pleased that it's not going that it didn't turn out as Goatee McGoatface. That would have been a
Oh,
bit
did he have a
gratuitous.
Goatee McGoatface on there? Because I had Goatee McGoatface on my poll as
He
well.
did. He did have it. He did have it, and I actually thought that's why you did it.
No, 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 because
You clarified that.
my daughter suggested that because I said, look, I've got this name, and this name. I quite like that, but I want a couple more. And she suggested Goatee McGoatface, which I thought was really clever. Obviously
We have a
not
Bodie McBoatface in the community.
Oh, that's typical. Well, I was going to say that's typical British humour, like the Boaty McBoatface. What was it like in Belgium and that? Have they got that sort of silly sense of humour, Snark?
Well, I'm obviously more acquainted with Dutch humor. Belgian humor, I know little of. Not nothing, but
Sorry, I
little.
thought you were from Belgium.
No, I'm from the Netherlands. I'm
Oh,
from
well, why
Utrecht,
did
Amsterdam.
I've been talking to you
Yeah.
about Belgium the whole time.
Well, I did say that I came back from Netherlands and crossed through Belgium. Maybe
Oh, right, so that's where I got it from.
No, so that's no. I'm very much Dutch, like Arwijn. That's why I know that. Arwijn, sorry.
Wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's mentioned too many times already. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right.
Well,
I should have another look at his channel.
Apparently, Heat Shield almost proposed marriage there.
To who?
Oh,
To Tatty Bogle.
I love Tatty. Hi, Tatty.
I can see a goat coming up with the name of Tatty Bogle.
That's a possibility. That is a possibility. I love that name.
Haggis.
No. How cool is that? To simply call a goat Tatty. You can call him Tatty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here's the weird thing, because people have asked me why I didn't call goats and cats. I asked you to name them. I had thought about that, and then I thought it would be more interactive and more fun for people, for you to name them yourself. And it's I don't know, it's a little bit of a better situation, I think.
Yeah, well, it was nice. I was chuffed I was to be asked, but I did actually suggest putting a poll up for Nathan and Nathan.
Oh no!
But
Nathan should be nowhere near kids.
I like that. Clever.
Yes, it is.
Oh, hey, Keelan.
It's been
Sorry,
It's been a long few days. I've been pretty much like an hour or two a day or a night or whatever I can the last like 10 days. Since the Debunk Duo was born, I've not slept
Oh goodness.
properly anyway. So my brain is just like flatlining.
So the barn thing that they're in, we saw a view out over the sea, which looked lovely. How far is that from your house? Or is that the back of the house?
It's attached. Oh yeah, my house would be up the hill, and the milking parlour is attached to the house, and then down the little hill is the house barn. Then attached to that, then just out the back, there's a courtyard and the hay sheds.
Okay, because I was just trying to work out, because you had the internet connection problems, although you said it was bad in your house as well. Is that right?
It was terrible. It was even both of them. So what had happened there was I scheduled one to start. Then I tried to start that scheduled one on the phone because I just wanted to test it out.
Yeah.
It wouldn't let me, so I started another one. And yeah, I have to get used to it, really.
Yeah, of course.
That's what playing around with it is, you know?
Yeah, I know the first couple tests I did, you're mucking around and you think, you create the stream and it allows you to edit it. And I was working on that to set the day and oh, hold on, it's actually started. It started by itself. It's really disconcerting. I have to kick off a stream and literally edit it within seconds because otherwise it's got all the old intro notes below. So this one says the 2nd of May 2020. I had to edit that within a few seconds. And also, it always schedules it for tomorrow at an almost random time. So you have to edit that as well.
Actually, it's been pretty good for me. It's been very good for me. It's allowed me, because I do it on the laptop and then just roll with it on the phone. Now, I have 2 phones and one internet is better than the other, but I have to wait a while to use the internet on the good phone, the one that I was recording with. So I was using the other phone as a hotspot, which was just terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Oh, Tatty Bogle's running off to do the shills. Good night, Tatty. And
Hi, Tatty.
make
I
sure
will be over in a little while.
Make sure you feed and water all the haggis. Don't want them going hungry.
Feed and water the haggis.
Yeah, you've got to look after them. Otherwise, we'd have to report them to the RSPC haggis.
Yeah. Fortunately, things didn't work out for the shills yesterday, and didn't work for them, so they had to cancel it and do it today. So hope it goes well today.
So they decided to try and clash with me, did they?
Oh no.
No.
Didn't have much of a choice.
No.
Usually they don't start until about 1 o'clock in the morning as well. So that's.
Oh, is this the shills, or is it the what's name for? What are they? I forgot what they.
The uncalled for.
That's right.
The uncalled for is on a Sunday.
Oh, right.
That's right.
That starts
I
at
thought
1
Barman was on a Sunday on the Shills channel with his. It all gets too confusing for me.
Everything is on notification, so I get all the notifications. Actually popped up on my screen. Watch EIE Network in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Telling me.
You'll reach a point, though. You will reach a point where you have to start knocking some notifications on the head because you get swamped with them. And I've just seen a picture of that goat keeler. I'll tell you what. Let me see if I can.
Isn't he gorgeous?
Absolutely. I should be able to get that up. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. What would you call that?
He is gorgeous.
So why is that one's marking so different? And it will take about 30 seconds to get through to the stream. Snark.
So with British Alpine, about 20%, just under 20% of the gene in them that resorts to the original colouring of the original British mountain goat. That is the colouring. So his mother is the same. And going back 8 generations,
yeah,
all been that colour. Oh,
that's all right. Still cute.
He is so sweet, so sweet. He loves to cuddle.
Oh.
So some of them will try to fight you off, especially like that first couple of hours. They want to jump. They want to learn how to walk. They don't want to learn how to run and fed and. Yeah.
I saw one of them playing with your cat.
Yes.
The cat was very what? Wasn't bothered at all, was he or she?
We have two cats, Rosa and Trotsky is the big brother bear.
It was a ginger one.
He is there. They're both ginger.
Oh right, okay, yeah, but it was the ginger one.
Trotsky. Was that Trotsky?
Yes, I didn't name the cat.
The cat is Trotsky.
I will say that I didn't name the cat. But so every time there's a kidding, he is up watching. And when the mother needs a break, I actually have postcards. Then the mother needs a break, he will drop down into the pen and he will just snuggle with the kids and just purr away, kind of give them a sense of calm. The mother just lies down and chills for a bit, you know. So when he's out, because he was born in that kidding pen actually, So when he's out with the kids, he still acts like Big Brother, watching them. He's playing with them. He'll chase them. They'll chase him. They're adorable.
They certainly look fun. And I'm just going to show a picture which I've also been sent. This is Tiffany Hall's kitten called Boo Boo. Those eyes, absolutely amazing eyes it's got. Lovely. I love cats. I just want to cuddle them. I love cats. Arnold is in here somewhere. Arnie. You see, he's got his own VIP entrance to the studios now. Did you see my video tonight, Keela?
I missed it. I've literally before you get angry at me.
I'm not angry. I'm shocked.
Until the live stream started, I've been down with that kid.
Understandable.
Yeah, because it's my.
Sorry. The goats come before anything.
But I got an upgrade from NASA.
I will watch it.
I got an upgrade from NASA. Max Sensible. And Arnold got an upgrade as well. He's got a VIP entrance to the studios now. So if anyone out there hasn't seen it yet, you need to. And Max will come back on other videos and maybe a little cameo on a live stream at some time. Not sure. But
he feels up to it.
Sorry?
That's okay.
Shut up, Alexa. Why does my Alexa suddenly start talking? It can't hear you.
Jeff is asking, is this the Goat and Cat channel now?
I said Goat, Cat, and Snark.
Goat, Cat, and Snark.
Woo! For the win.
Well.
Oh, look, we're all in isolation.
Excuse me.
We're all in isolation, and being reminded that there is new life coming into the world, and there are amazing pets, because there's some people living in the city that can't have pets. Sometimes looking at these videos, looking at these pictures makes all the difference, especially when you're in isolation and you can't experience it for yourself.
Well, I'm very fortunate that I live in a village, and so just a couple minutes walk I can be out in the countryside, which is nice. I can't imagine what it must be like to be stuck in a block of flats, and when you actually do go out, you're still in the middle of town or an estate or something. Not fun.
Couldn't do it. Like I have a 38-acre farm to walk around in, and it goes right down to the cliffs and just chilling, and I have goats and I have cats and I have dogs to walk, so I have a dog to walk. So I'm kept busy.
Yeah, but others of us are kept busy as well. This week I've mainly been taking out and refitting a bloody toilet. Then our tumble dryer broke, so today I've just, that wasn't difficult, just fitted that in. Sorted out Arnold's VIP access, and what happened? I cut through some cabling. Because it's one of these garden offices, very nice, and it's all sort of prefab walls with insulation, and there's a socket right near where his entrance was going to be. So, being a sensible person, I took the socket off just to check which way the wires went. They went upwards because it goes up and through across the windows rather than down. That was fine.
Guess what?
So I'm busy cutting the floor out, and I forgot that there's another cable which goes downwards, which does the LED lights that light up the outside, and I cut it.
Goodness.
So, so what I had to do was cut the hole, and then fortunately there's enough slack in the wires to be able to pull them out enough, strip them back, join them, and get them back out the way. So it's all worked out okay, but I thought, oh, great. Just another thing going wrong.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've been rather busy this week.
It's like that on campsites as well. I had to connect one of the mobile homes, and I didn't even have a plug. Okay, that must have been stripped off with a lawnmower. Yeah, and then they simply leave it off. Like, okay, that's not our problem. Good luck with that.
It's funny that people that people are asking about whether this is a goat and cat channel now. I've been talking a lot to conspiracy cats over the last little while, which is great. I think I've gotten him addicted to the husky videos.
Okay.
There's a few channels that like follow around huskies. I think I've gotten him addicted to it. I think that's a win.
Yes.
Well, I've got
Do it as a win.
quite addicted to a channel. I'm not sure what the channel's called, but it's all cats versus, and this guy in this
I've
apartment.
seen them.
Yeah,
I've
sets
seen
up
them.
obstacles and things like that for his beautiful, beautiful cats. Very funny. Very funny. Did you see the one where he sets up a load of dominoes on the floor to see if the cat can walk
Yeah.
amongst them? And then he puts more dominoes and more dominoes. The dog comes and just knocks the whole bloody lot
Knocks
down.
them all down.
Years ago.
Or when they try to jump over it, when the dog tries to jump over it and ends up jumping on it.
Yes. Well, years ago, I saw one of these silly sort of books that you might put on a coffee table. It was all photos with speech bubbles on. And there was one with a cat and a dog just staring each other in the face. And the cat says, "Dogs are really stupid." And the dog says, "What's a dog?" Only a cat owner would understand that. Oh dear.
Cat lover.
Yeah. Yeah. So cat. I think we need to talk about something else. Much
Yeah.
as I
Yeah, we
love
probably
goats.
should.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so I decided. I decided when I set up the channel. I decided to set up a Twitter account.
Oh yeah.
I don't do social media. I'm in my 30s. I don't do social media that well. But I've started to kind of come around to it now. So at Crafty Keela, if you are on Twitter and you're crazy enough to want to follow me, you will see goats. I will disclaimer, you will see goats. And yeah, I'm just gonna
I see dead people. Oh, I see goats.
I know.
goats.
Choose.
Will be goat pictures. Yeah, and just a brief update because a lot of people are asking what's coming next. So I'm in the middle of doing a video at the moment.
Goat pie.
Continuing
101 ways to cook goat.
Oh.
not a cook, but I could tell you. Now, I'm doing at the moment I'm focusing on globe deniers, flirps, whatever the hell you want to call them, and
idiots.
language.
Yes.
Yeah,
My
the
idea.
language that they use, the Messiah complex that they use to try and draw people in. And then the video after that, I am going to reveal this because I'm really, really excited about it. I'll be doing science and religion.
Science and religion. Okay.
And I have the amazing Blue Marble Science coming in with me on that.
Nice. He's great, isn't
Making
he?
a cameo.
Yes, he is.
He is brilliant.
I just love
So
his
excited.
voice.
Yes.
Fantastic
He is-
accent, isn't it?
You can't really do a video about science and religion and not have Blue Marble Science in it. It could be a crime against humanity. So he's agreed to kind of come in on that. So yeah, that's very exciting. I have been getting a lot of requests. I've been getting a lot of emails and private messages basically saying, cover this person, cover that person. Absolutely. If you think that I should be doing something, anything at all, write a comment on the videos or just message me. craftykeela@gmail.com. So I am open to requests because I have several things that I want to focus on. After that, it's like open season. I have no idea where I'm going to direct the channel from there.
Well, the good thing
Gonna be
is,
fun.
as your channel is new, you've got all these people to pick and choose from before you have to start doing some of the people a second or third time, unless you particularly wanted to do someone a second or third time.
Yeah.
I mean, I
And
keep
part of what I'm
trawling-
trying to do is I'm trying to look at the ideas instead of the individuals, because it's the ideas that, and you understand where the ideas are coming from or why they've stuck in that way, you might be able to either avoid falling for that trap or actually be able to discuss that with people who believe it, without actually losing your temper.
Well, I don't know who I'm going to do next. Oh, excuse me. I have every now and then I have a few hours and I trawl through everyone who I've looked at before, and then I try and find new people and try and find a handful of videos that I might be able to do, and I'll just build up a list and work through them. But it's very tiring when I'm going through. I mean, I've had sessions and I've literally sat there for 4 or 5 hours and not found someone I want to do, and that's hard.
Yeah. I mean, again, like there's so many angles, and not just globe deniers that I am uncovering. It's the whole sea of conspiracy stretches so far beyond just globe denial, but they all feed into each other.
Don't they just look how many of those flatters are now talking about COVID and anti-vax.
And anti-vax and 5G.
Yeah.
There's so many.
When I said COVID, I'm including 5G because they think that that's all connected.
If you listen to a lot of them, when they came to Flat Earth, they had already looked into other conspiracies. About 90% of them or 80% of them have already looked into another conspiracy. I find that very interesting. So I'll be looking at how different conspiracies actually feed into each other.
I think it's a mindset. It's refusal to listen to or accept anything. Any person or organisation that's in authority, and just make up crap. I think a lot of it is them trying to feel special and different, and I know a secret. It's just crazy.
Mistrust of authority.
Which has just actually given me an idea, which I'm not going to mention. I shall put it on a big whiteboard.
New ideas.
Yeah, new idea. Oh, yeah. If I get a new idea, I have to scroll it down straight away. Yeah. That's a bit of a long-term thing.
It's sensible.
Yes.
You simply need spies.
Sorry?
You need spies. You need people to help you go through videos. Okay, specifically in this lockdown period. So if you got somebody who is going through, let's say, these long videos and finds an interesting section, then hey, Mr. Sensible, is this something for you?
Well, I do have on my Discord debunk suggestions, and that's exactly what it's for. Okay. And I've used quite a few. Osvaldo Greco, who was in here earlier on, and is the guy who did the Moon Sensible drawing. I'll see if I can find that actually. He comes up with endless suggestions for me.
Oh, very good.
Which is brilliant. I mean, a lot of them, maybe it's just I just don't fancy doing that, or yeah, I can see, but I can't think how I could do that one. It's still quite hard. But yeah, he's come up with some great ones. And I do try and remember to give credit when I can, but I've had so many suggested that I can get into a muddle and lose track, I'm afraid. So I would at least say it was suggested by a subscriber or a patron or whatever, but yeah, sometimes I lose track.
Another nice thing is if somebody finds, let's say, a little bits that you can use, just like the famous "no,"
yeah,
right? So specific rants by Dell or whatever. So these little things that don't even cover a specific subject, but that you can use and maybe reuse in your videos.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, there's a few of them. There's a few of them that do the rounds.
There are. And
where?
Go on, carry on, Snark.
Yeah, whereas Wally does a thing like that in his video. So he always uses the same sound bites, like just tie a knot in it for that guy.
Yes.
So any answer is just tie a knot in it, and so that he must annoy them greatly, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, me and sorry, what was his name again? It's just escaped me. You just said
Where's Wally?
Where's Wally?
Wally.
Yes. Me and Wally were both attacking that guy at the same time, and then that guy went on to the way the moon was lit, which I just personally just didn't find so interesting, and left Wally to carry on with him. And it was shortly after that guy then ditched his channel.
I did help there because you know
Also-
the outro that he has now.
Yes.
Outro was amazing.
That was mine. Right?
Ah!
That's it.
I did that.
Oh,
Well,
brilliant.
there we go.
I was actually just about to say, Wally has one of the best outros that I've seen on any of these channels.
Well, thank you very much.
Wow.
and I even did a little bit for Wolfie.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's
He didn't use it much, but yeah, they sent me a message and we exchanged a few messages and whereas Wally asked me, okay, if you got these lyrics, can you put them to buy by Miss American Guy? And I said, okay, I can try that, and he loved it. So that's what happened.
it's great.
That's
I've had
all outside of my abilities.
I've had loads of little bits given to me in that recent Nathan Oakley one when there was the clip of what's that cartoony thing I've forgotten, when it's saying "suck my balls, Oakley." That was given to me by Colon. He had created that with someone else doing a voiceover.
Yes.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, the Wolfpack is awesome, Mike 71.
But don't hear about them much as the Wolfpack anymore. They did when I started, and I've still seen the logo, but don't hear them sort of talk about the Wolfpack much.
Yeah,
No,
what's the third?
Cats does have a few good songs himself.
Well, I suppose that my oldest is obviously the outro for Conspiracy Cats.
Oh, cats, conspiracy, cats.
I
That
love
one.
that one.
That was you as well.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
me.
You need to talk. You need
You
to
need to
talk.
know.
Goats, conspiracy, goats. You
The
could
whole
just
idea was I
recycle it.
wrote that.
Actually, you know, I've been watching these videos for about 3 months now, and I'm actually really excited that Simon Dan's Round the Earth is Round is going to be available to download.
That is not mine. No, I haven't
This is
worked with
brilliant though.
No, I made something for Fight the Flat Earth, just a little soundbite, things like that. Yeah, sometimes I get requests.
Wow.
Don't do much though, but hey, meet the Snark. I'm the bard.
Well, the Snark. Perhaps you'd like to have a look at Max Sensible, see if you can think of something suitable for him.
I don't know. I can think about that.
Have a think. Have a think.
Maybe you can feed me a little bit with well, whatever. You must have something in mind.
Well, no, because literally only just thought about it, but he has no. Well. Did you see the video?
Yeah, I did.
You did. Okay, so you know what he's like. Do you remember Max Headroom?
No, I don't.
Well, you could have a look on YouTube for Max Headroom.
Yeah.
There's a few bits. I mean, the video quality is terrible on all of them because it's all uploaded from old VHS tapes, I think. So it was 80s music. He was supposed to be computer generated. Obviously, he wasn't, but he was supposed to be CGI. Maybe something will spring to mind. But no, I'd not thought about it, so I've got no particular thoughts. Oh, someone said, what about Bob's theme? You didn't do Bob the Science Guy's theme, did you?
No.
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 The one with the cue up the music? No.
Thud said, Mr. Sensible's theme song, bring on the cheese, please, we need the cheese, please.
Okay.
And Demon Orb said, Hail Snark. There you go.
Massive song. Thanks.
Snark is everywhere.
Obviously, yeah, apparently so.
That's brilliant.
Well,
Oh, excuse
been a
me.
while. For me, it started with conspiracy cats because I did a song which I called "A Christmas Gift for Conspiracy Cats," and he simply used a section of that, and that's what sort of started it up.
Nice one.
That's
Oh,
cool.
And
Derek Whidden said should use some dubstep with Max Sensible. Yeah, or something 80s definitely.
we'll have
80s,
a look.
80s was brilliant. You remember the 80s, Keela?
I was born in the 80s, so no. Not much of it.
So
Oh, there's
you're the age of
Osvaldo
my son and
Greco.
daughter.
Speak of the devil, there's Osvaldo Greco, just popped up in chat. Hi, Oz. Osvaldo is the one I was talking about who's given me loads and loads of video suggestions. Cheers, Oz.
All right.
Oh, what's this? Brian
Great.
Blackmore. Happy day,
Yes,
Mr. S. Sorry I can't listen today. Stepping out of the cave and going for a nice walk in the rain. Well, you take care, Brian. Enjoy your walk in the rain. Don't catch COVID. Oh, man. Recently, I was out for a walk. Sorry, I was on my way to work and I saw someone out for a walk. And, you know, some people here in the UK are wearing masks. Fair enough. Some of the surgical masks, some of the DIY masks, which I don't think will do any good. But this guy had one of those gas masks with the twin canisters on, sort of.
That is overkill.
Yeah, but what do they call it? CB, chemical, biological, CBN, chemical, biological, nuclear, and something else, isn't it? But yeah, one of those masks. But he also, as well as that, had one of those full face shields like the nurses are wearing, like a welding mask as well. And what was he doing? He was out walking by himself. How the hell does he think he's going to catch anything when he's walking by himself? Absolutely ridiculous.
Because there might be a weirdo on a street corner waiting to cough on him.
Yeah, that's
Never
true.
know.
I think they save that for the police, though, don't they? Which is absolutely disgusting.
Nasty. Absolutely nasty.
Oh, those, yes. My sister-in-law made some face masks, and I'm very happily using one now because here on the campsite, if I have to prepare a boiler, I have to blow it out with an air compressor.
Yeah.
And that kicks up a lot of dust. I don't want that in my nose, so I put on her COVID mask, and it works really well.
Oh, good. I saw a clip of film with someone with a homemade, I think, mask, and it covered the bottom half of their face, and it had a great big cheesy grin on the front of it, which looked fantastic.
Oh, I've seen one with a cow sticking her tongue out. I said, "Shut up and take my money," but it was not to be had.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Mike 71 and Chris O say nuclear, biological, and chemical, but I've seen it as CB. Hold on, this 4: chemical, biological, nuclear, and something else. CB. That's going to annoy me. I'm going to find out now. Chemical.
Clive Wells, Darth Vader mask.
CBRN. Chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear.
No.
CBRN. That's what I've heard before. Interesting. I also saw today a little clip of, I forgot the name of the place, a place in the States. It's 800,000 acres, bigger than Rhode Island, that was used for testing chemical and biological weapons back in the 60s or whatever.
Jesus.
Yeah, 800,000 acres. That's nearly as big as your farm, isn't it?
A little bit bigger.
Oh, okay.
And it's 38.
38 acres.
Those in the chat. The topic is anything, so...
Yeah, topic is anything.
Yeah.
Third said R and N would be the same, radiological, nuclear. Don't know. Would it? Because that actually said... I don't know what they've got. I'm going to have to look it up again now, aren't I?
Yeah, I can do that.
Chemical, biological, CB...
God damn. Right. Again, I'm inundated with pop-ups telling me this is happening. Apparently, Bob the Science Guy and who are continuing with Quantum Eraser's thing
Nevada.
against them. So 30 minutes. Hey, premiere.
Like I said, you'll get swamped with notifications. Just looking on my Discord server, just jumping down, I've got 142 notifications from 1, 19, 38, 51, 95, 25, 149, 61. Just can't keep up with it. Yeah, well, I switch them off.
Mad.
I can see that they're there. So if I think, oh, I wonder what, for instance, Fight the Flat Earth's been up to, I can then go and look at them all. But I don't want them pinging me every 2 minutes from all those channels. It's just crazy. Now, looking at this page, I can see it saying Nuclear, Biological and Chemical Disposal Technician. So that's NBC, which is what you guys were saying. But I can also see Chemical, Biological, Radiological and Nuclear Defence. So they've got Radiological and Nuclear as separate. Interesting.
Yes.
In English, the term CBRN is a replacement for the Cold War term NBC, which had replaced the term ABC, which was Atomic Biological Chemical, that was used in the 50s. The addition of R, radiological, is a consequence of the new threat of radiological weapon, dirty bombs. So it's not a nuclear explosion, but it's nuclear material.
See, it's all conspiracies, because ABC and NBC are both TV channels.
Yeah. So
See?
what about chemical, nuclear, and nuclear? CNN. Protects against CNN.
Say no more.
Say no more. Say no more. Nod's as good as a wink to a blind horse. Say no more. That's wasted on you, Keela, isn't it? Absolutely wasted.
Not wink, wink.
Yes. Sorry?
A.
You what?
Like Python, don't even.
Oh, so you do know that one then?
I do.
Oh, good for you.
I told you that. We out the other night, and I was like, "What?" And because like 3 or 4 people were talking over each other, I couldn't actually hear what was being said. And he's like, "You don't understand Python." I was like, "Oh, I do."
Oh, well, that's all right then. You're okay. You're okay then.
My children are about your age, Keela, and they know.
Especially when Python is like all over Netflix at the moment.
Is it? Mm. Oh. Got an Arnold. Don't know how he's going to be.
Oh, really?
Hey, get Arnold.
Yeah, he's on camera now. It'll take about 30 seconds to come through.
Okay, counting.
He's a good boy. He's not purring really, because I've had him purring so strongly you could hear him on the mic before now.
Actually, I need to take more videos of Trotsky, because he purrs so loud. No,
there he is.
Go on. I have said it so many times, the novelty has wore off. But it doesn't really affect me. I don't really get the giggles anymore.
Well, that's my Arnold. He'd probably curl up on the desk next to me, which is always nice.
It's like everyone's like, "Hey Arnold." Hey Arnold was a great cartoon.
Hey Arnold.
Just want to point that out.
All hail Arnold. Arnold for the win. Max Mac, toxoplasmosis. Yeah, I've had cats all my life, and there's nothing like burying your face in the side of a nice cat. Arnold was the pig on Green Acres. Okay.
He's never come across an ice pick, so I hope not. Someone just asked if Trotsky is scared of ice picks.
Was Trotsky?
I live in Ireland.
Yeah, but Trotsky was killed with an ice pick, wasn't he?
Yeah, I live in Ireland, so ice picks are a rarity in these parts.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I've ever seen one.
No, I haven't.
No. So all these people getting killed with ice picks, where do they get them from? I don't know.
eBay.
eBay. You can get everything on eBay. When I was doing my fish tank, I got these, I forgot what they're called, the type of rock to build my coral reef. It's just a very light, porous rock. It's actually old coral reef that is landlocked and it's dug up. But there's all sorts of material in it, whether it's bits of roots or dead insects, all sorts of material. So you have to get rid of it. You can wash it as best you can, but it's like a sponge, so these bits get all inside. The best way of doing it is with hydrochloric acid. And I ordered 5 litres of hydrochloric acid from eBay, and it just came through the post.
Wow.
That's terrifying.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely terrifying.
how is that not restricted?
Don't know. But I was glad it wasn't, because I needed it for a genuine reason,
So now you're on the
Terrorist watch list.
Yeah. You read my thoughts.
I wonder if I can find, because it was quite scary what happened with it. I'm going to see if I can just find the video where I, what do you call it? Sorry, trying to think of the video where I actually dunked these rocks. Right, I found my other channel. It's going back. Oh, was that not my videos? Ugh. No, it's difficult when you got two tanks. Two channels, a private channel. Pucani Rock, that was it. Right. I'll carry on chatting. I will find this video.
Yeah.
Because it's
Okay, on my home campsite. Oh, sorry. On my home campsite, we've got a petting zoo, and guess what? Goats. I hope to be back there next week.
Oh, brilliant.
Yep. Oh, they got everything, like an emu and donkeys and well, the rest, like rabbits and ducks and whatnot. But goats are awesome.
A friend of mine has alpacas. Cool.
All right, yeah, there's one of them as well.
I like alpacas.
They are cool, but they spit. Or is it the llamas that spit, or is it the alpacas? I think it's the llamas that spit.
The llamas. I think this is an alpaca that they have, or even 2.
Can anyone in the chat confirm if you have seen llamas?
I have never seen it. Reportedly, they do.
This is the childishness coming out of me now. People need to watch llamas with hats. But the first 4, at least. First 4 are the best, but llamas with hats.
Llamas with hats. Okay. Well, I found this video. So have a look at this. What we did first is you start off. This is 6 litres of bleach.
I'm gonna start pouring my rock.
Actually, I'll turn the sound off on it. Start off with a load of bleach, and I've got a 50-gallon drum. There you go, filled. Let's just take it back so you can see that rock. It's called Pucani rock. It's very, very porous, as you can see. So the first thing I do is bleach it all and leave it for 24 hours. It's killing off some of the crap that's in there. And the rocks look clean, but there we go. 36 hours I actually left it, and then I take some of the rocks out. It's clean. The bleach has cleaned them up somewhat, but then I'm going to I'll let them dry off and give them a hose to clean them. But then what I do is restack half of them, because I know this is going to be interesting. Half of them back in the tank, and I pour in hydrochloric acid. Watch what happens. It's been going for a few minutes. It's giving off fumes, so I'm not breathing as I walk up, and it starts foaming. Okay, and then that was just a quick look to see. Then I walked away, and about 30 seconds later, watch what happened. Obviously, you're going to see it in a delay.
Yes.
Hold on. I've got to jump. Right, it's just coming through now. This foam is climbing out of this barrel.
That's going to be scary.
It's absolutely. It's lethal, because it's giving off. Basically, I think it gives off mustard gas. That's the potential gas. It is absolutely lethal. So I'm acid bathing these rocks. I'll jump it forward, and it's absolutely gross. Again, you'll see it in a while. And then I put in about 1 kilogram of, I think, bicarbonate of soda to kill this foam, to neutralise the acid.
This is the blob.
Yes. But then I ended up with these absolutely beautifully clean rocks, because it's cleaned everything right through the rock.
That is serious gunk.
Yeah. And then after that, I soak them, and I mean, this is back indoors. I'm running purified water and bubbling air through it for about a week, just to try and clean out the last of the acid. And I don't think I show it in that video, but I then build my rockscape with it. I'm just going to flick off, because I'll just go to the next video just to show you this rockscape I built, because it really... Oh, where are we? Yeah, that'll do. I've got a great big board, and I practice building my reef. And the interesting thing is, you get it set up how you want it. The yellow line marks out the back of the tank. You set it up how you want it, but it's like a jigsaw puzzle. And I've got to redo this in the actual tank. And of course, as soon as you move bits, trying to get them back into the right place again is just an absolute nightmare.
Yes.
But I managed to do it. I will go back and have a look at the next one, so I can quickly show you what it looked like built up.
Just to say, my connection is actually breaking up again.
Oh dear.
I'm going to go out of the chat, out of this, and go.
Well, there it's showing it now, Snark. It'll take a while, and I built up that same rockscape in the tank and slowly filling it up. But yeah, it was quite a mission to get these rocks cleaned up.
It must have been.
I really, really enjoyed it, though. A lot of people, quite understandably, are too scared of doing the acid bath, because it literally is lethal if you don't do it properly. You know, the gas that comes off, I believe, is the equivalent to mustard gas.
Well,
it's not petrified cauliflower thud. It's Picani rock. Rather expensive, that stuff is. And Irish says, with the amount of acid attacks in the UK, you wouldn't think that getting that delivered would be a bit illegal. Well, it's not illegal, but I'm surprised that there's not more checks. And 9 says, aliens have the best acid. Well, actually, seeing the way that stuff foamed up, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, I'm showing... There we go. I've got screens within screens within screens within screens.
Oh, yeah.
That's weird. Oh, has she come back? I just realised she won't be able to get back in here. No, she hasn't come back yet. Yeah, poor old Keela does suffer with her internet connection, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Yes, Chris O. Crippen has nothing on me. I could get rid of a body, I think. How much acid do you need to dissolve a flurf? Well, the head's quite easy because that's empty. You only need to dissolve the outer bit. No, I don't acid wash the rocks in the tank. I acid washed the rocks in the barrel, and then there was an awful lot of rinsing, and then it was at least a week then of rinsing with flushing and replacing the water, and then the rocks sat in water in the tank for I think 6 weeks before I put any fish in there. So there was no danger there. So Ira saying lysergic acid diethyl. Is that mustard gas? Is that what I could have produced?
Jeff B says no.
Yes, no, it's not just CO2.
No, but you said something like it
I said
had,
hydrochloric
let's say, the
acid, didn't
dangerous
I?
qualities of mustard gas, so as dangerous as, but not equal to.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I do disagree with the amount of acid you would need to dissolve a flurfer because they do have very thick skulls.
Yeah, well, that's true. Thick skulls, but nothing in them, so I suppose it swings and roundabouts. Yeah, no worries, Keeler. That's not a problem. Yeah.
Couldn't pass that one up.
Yeah, I can't remember then. But it was hydrochloric. Well, what other acids are there? I'm sure it was hydrochloric. I'm sure it was hydrochloric acid.
And we have a super chat, Larry XK, for $10 and he says, and he loves wordplay. I loved your rocks. You rock, Mr. Sensible.
Thank you. And super chats now read by the Snark. Thank you, Snark. Thanks, Larry. I really do appreciate that US $10. And as Snark said, I loved your rocks. You rock, Mr. Sensible. Thank you very much.
Were there any super chats we missed so far?
No.
Super chat.
Oh,
Excellent.
No, because I've got a list of them because they pop up here, and that is still working. 2 streams ago, it stopped working, and it burst back into life again last stream, and it's still working, thank goodness. And so far, I haven't made a big mistake. The worst thing I've done is shown that screens within screens within screens. I'm impressed. Easily impressed, obviously, but impressed.
Oh, we have the Cocoa Lady. So let's say a cocoa brand had a sort of a sister, let's say a religious sister who held the cocoa brand, and then so that was picture within picture within picture. So that was ad infinitum.
Ah.
That's our standard example of that in the Netherlands.
Jeff P has just come up with a load of chemistry about the acids and so on. I'm going to try and find out what that acid was that I used because I can't remember. I'm hoping that perhaps on my on the video I actually noted it down. We'll see. But I know that it's pretty scary stuff. Not just acid, because I mean, lots of people do stuff with acid, but I believe it's the gas that came off this. So I could have got the acid wrong. I'm going to see if I can find out the name of it.
Done. Excellent.
What was that?
He says HCl plus flurf is flurf salt plus water.
But what's the relative density? Oh, I just said on the description it says preparing a Picani dead rock with bleach bath and an acid bath. I didn't say what the acid was. 5 litres of acid and 5 kilograms of bicarbonate I used to neutralise it. Damn. Sorry, guys. Can't remember the name of it. I thought it was hydrochloric. Could be something else. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, what's happening
Very
there?
good, Time Lord.
I'm sorry?
Very good, Time Lord.
What's time?
He says about sulfuric CONC. I don't know that. It's highly hygroscopic, so it traps water. One never adds water to a concentrated sulfuric acid. It's always the other way around.
I wonder if it's sulfuric, because that's right. I filled with the water first and added the acid after, and that was done deliberately. So that could be it then. So would sulfuric acid give off something highly toxic?
No, no, it doesn't. Because we did that in chemistry class. It only stinks to high heaven.
And Jeff says hydrochloric acid or muriatic acid. Now, the muriatic acid, that's sounding familiar, or whether that was regarded as a safer option, I'm not sure. Time Lord says it'd be a mist of hydrochloric.
Did everybody get the Thud's joke?
Which one?
Is there such a thing as ketchup gas? Which is, of course, there's mustard gas. Good one. No.
Oh, we got more no's. If we got more no's, I've got to do a...
Yep.
There she goes.
I'll wait for 30 seconds.
Alan Rogers says, "Hi, Mr. Sensible. It wasn't anything from Operation Julie. I don't know anything about my Julie. I don't know Op Julie. What's Op Julie? Have you heard of Operation Julie, Snark? Because I haven't.
No.
No.
Operation Julie. Hang on. Enlighten us if you can.
I just thought,
Oh.
I just rather than look for.
Oh, your cute no is muted.
Sorry.
Your cute no. I saw that. Say I saw it in the stream, but it was muted. I didn't hear it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be.
Clive Wells gives a very good imitation.
Are they just trying to wind me up?
No. It was not. I didn't hear it.
I'm just trying to read more about this acid bath. Yeah.
Oh well.
It's puzzling. It's one of those. It's one of those. Oh, it's to get rid of phosphates in the rock. That's what it was to get rid of.
Thud, you're on a roll.
What's he saying now?
Citric acid. Did the rocks taste like oranges afterwards?
I don't know. I didn't eat them. Too expensive.
Yeah,
It cost several £100. That rock was several £100. Everyone's talking about acid. Sulfuric acid, and then neutralising with bicarb soda. So that is what I did. Sulfuric. Oh, wow! I don't believe it. I've just found something on the internet, and someone's saying, "I've got this rock. I want to acid bath it." Someone says, "Oh, just use bleach because it's less dangerous." And then someone else says, "Yeah, I did it. Here you go." And it's me. It's my video telling him how to do it. I've just. That's weird. From 2017. Anyway, instead of supporting big acid, you should have got an alternative cure for your rocks.
Okay, Irish Dublin girl gives an explanation of what Operation Julie was.
I've not heard of that one at all.
So she says it was a police investigation into the production of LSD by two drug rings during the mid-70s.
Never heard of it. I've heard of LSD. Never heard of that operation, though. Well, learnt something new today. That and British alpine goats.
Yes.
So everybody, you may rest your sphincters. There is no need to panic. What was the rock? The rock I used was Pukani. That's Pukani. It's, in effect, old reef bed that's now inland. So it's got the right sort of texture for building a reef. And then it gets colonised with bacteria and corals and so on. Why didn't I use homeopathic acid? Totally sad. Clive, have you ever seen that sketch? Who was it? It's a sketch on homeopathy, and they're sort of homeopathic doctors, and they're rushing in emergencies. Give him 2 drops of this, and so on. And then eventually, at the end of the day, these 2 homeopathic doctors go to the pub, and it's been a tough day. They're going to have a drink, and they have got a pint glass of water, 1 drip of beer in it. Strong stuff. Oh man, this is getting Jeff. I'll be honest, the whole chemistry thing's way above me. Calcium carbonate plus sulfuric acid, calcium sulfate plus carbon dioxide, and water. Yeah, I don't know what it was they gave off, but my understanding is, Mitchell and Webb. That's it. Mitchell and Webb homeopathy. You got to check that out. My understanding is it gave off a very toxic gas, and I was led to believe, obviously in error, that it was the equivalent of mustard gas. I know the thing bloody stunk, and I wasn't going to risk it. I poured that stuff in carefully while holding my breath, and I walked away. And I stayed away, apart from nipping back to film it, having held my breath and run down the garden. It was absolutely disgusting. Absolutely. Larry
Anyway,
XK is asking how comes stomach acid doesn't burn through the stomach. That's true, and I've always wondered why they don't make aircraft out of the stuff they make the black boxes from. Go figure. No, Jeff, you don't need to shut up and learning stuff. I'm just not a chemist, so, you know. Always willing to learn.
Oh, what was that? If it's sulfuric acid that you use, it would have stunk of rotten eggs. You would have remembered.
No, it wasn't. Well, the acid smell, if I remember right, but it wasn't eggs. The smell that came off.
Okay,
Sure
no
it wasn't.
sulfuric acid then.
No, it was sulfuric acid. It was. I've established
Really?
that. I don't know. We're going back 4 years now, and basically, yes, I'd filled put the rocks in, put the water in, and then carefully put the acid in for I forget if it was a 10 or a 15-minute bath, and that stuff foamed out the top. Absolutely gross it was. Like you said, it was like the blob. Fred Bailey says the stomach lining is alkaline. You better talk to JM Truth, because he thinks he can cure everything, and he's never been sick because he only eats food that God tells him is okay, which is vegetarian only, and controls his blood acidic level or some crap like that. Have you seen that, Snark?
Yeah, I've seen that when he said he hadn't been sick in 6 years, and then cut to another clip where he had been ill and he had to find treatment, and that was 1.5 years ago. So yeah,
He's an idiot, isn't he?
He is an absolute fool.
What gets me though is when you look, or whenever I look at him, he always looks like a deer caught in headlights. Oh, did I just see? Oh no, I didn't see Colon come in. He's. All right, 1 second. I've just got an important message. Right, sorry, something I had to deal with right there and then. Brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's out of the way.
Sorry.
God tells me burgers are good. Yes.
What have I missed? God tells me burgers are good. Yes, definitely. And what about a kebab? Goodness knows what kebab meat is made of, on those spinny things, and how many weeks it has to spin before it's good to eat. But boy, does it taste good.
I've got the wrong God. I'm a vegetarian.
You're a vegetarian?
Yes.
Wow. Vegetables are all right as long as they're prepared properly, served up carefully, and scraped off straight in the bin, just leaving the meat.
Yeah, things like that. I think I've heard them all, so you can't hurt me.
My daughter's vegetarian as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or one of them, my youngest one. I do like to tease her.
Oh.
There was one
time you can't anymore because you used up everything.
Well, there was one time we were sat down in I don't have them anymore. I used to keep chickens, and we sat down in the little shed at the bottom. And she'd come down. She was quite a bit younger. She'd come down with a drink to sit with me in the shed, and she brought a packet of crisps. And she didn't realise, and she was feeding some of these crisps to the chickens, and then realised it was chicken-flavoured crisps, which obviously has no chicken in it. But she was distraught, firstly, that she'd been eating chicken-flavoured crisps, and secondly, that she fed them to chickens. Oh, dear.
Like you said, it doesn't have any chicken in it. And I can't be bothered. I mean, if there's something with meat flavour or whatever, but it's absolutely fine. I simply don't like. But if somebody has touched it with a knife that just has cut meat, fine. I don't give a rat's behind.
Yes.
Simply a matter of taste. I eat cheese. Hey, can't do without cheese, can we? Not on this channel.
Not on this channel, no. My daughter's like that. she doesn't mind sort of meat flavour stuff. She'll eat corn. And do you know what? I actually had a cunning business plan. I'm looking for backers for this plan. I've not been successful so far. You know, that corn stuff is really expensive. More expensive than meat, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Well, whenever I've seen it in these bags and that, you know, the corn chicken pieces is more expensive than a thing of chicken pieces. Well, I came up with this cunning plan of making artificial corn. You make it from meat, which is a cheaper ingredient. There you go. Artificial corn from meat.
Oh,
I just need someone to fund me.
well, if you got your business plan together, let's talk about it.
Okay, cool.
But in the Netherlands, in France, in Germany, if you got the right shops, there can be a Super U or Lidl. Lidl is everywhere, and if you got the right Lidl, they've got vegetarian stuff, and it's actually cheap and good.
Well, it could be that over there, yeah, because here it's really quite expensive.
Yeah, here no more. No, you have to go to the right places because very expensive stuff exists. Hey guys in the chat and the watchers, viewers, we're not going to bore you too much with vegetarian stuff, but hey, if there's anybody who wonders where do you get that stuff, then Lidl. There you go.
Cool. Do you know why they call it corn?
No, enlighten me.
The reason they call it corn is if they called it fungus, no bugger would buy it.
Neither do I.
Actually, it's quite nice, isn't it? I'll be honest. I don't have a problem with it at all.
Well, okay. And mushrooms, those are fungus.
Oh, Globus. I'm sorry, Globus Junkius. You just said about David Icke. Oh, yes, I mentioned that at the top of the stream because I was thinking about doing a video about him being booted off of Facebook. Yes. But yeah, he's been booted off of YouTube as well.
Yes.
Oh, Chris Lewis 187. Chris Lewis 187. Thank you very much. I will check my email, and I'll get back to you on that. Thank you, pal. Appreciate that. And I hope you've got more songs coming out, Chris. More Flat Earther songs. Hey, maybe you should get together with the Snark here. Both of you done Flat Earth songs.
Oh, okay. There's the thought.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Chris, I can put the two of you in touch, I guess, or you can track down the Snark. Actually, Snark, where's that link to your video again? I'll drop it back in.
Well, I am the Snark. Remember?
I am the Snark.
So if you're looking for the Snarks and my videos on YouTube, you simply look for I am the Snark because the Snark was taken.
And here, I'm just dropping the link to your I am a Fullerf song. So where are we? Chris Lewis. Check out the link I just dropped in the chat, which is the Snark doing a song. So maybe you can get in contact via the comments or something like that.
Let's do that. You never know what might ensue.
Derek Whiddon saying, so everything on Google on cleaning Picana used muriatic acid. Yeah, because they're all wusses. They didn't use the proper stuff. Oh, apparently, Snark, Chris Lewis happened to subscribe to you today. So there you go.
Just read that. Yeah, and I answered him already. So what are my thoughts?
I'll leave you two to it. That'll be interesting to see if you come up with some joint venture.
Joint effort.
David Oliver, that's the worst joke of ever. Why are there no drugs in the jungle? Because the paracetamol.
Yeah, why can't you have aspirin in the jungle? Because the paracetamol.
Yeah. That's a real. I remember that joke when I was at school.
Yes, that old.
What? Oh man. Well, the topic tonight is anything, and we're certainly covering that, I think. Excuse me. Oh.
Yeah, life, the universe, and everything, right?
Yeah. Well, we did have Patricia Desangelis in here earlier on. Her answer to everything is 42.
Yes. And the
Larry
question was?
XK just lit a cigarette, and he already had one lit, and now he's got to smoke two. I did that once when I was just years ago, when I used to smoke TaylorMades in a pub, lit one, chatting, and went to light another one. That was really weird, really odd.
Never happened to me, but hey, I'm also a non-smoker.
Then I guess there's not that much chance of you lighting two cigarettes at the same time, is there? Really?
No. Really, none. No. I am a drinker though. I've got my Russian courage, so my vodka.
Vodka.
I'm going to pour myself. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll drink anything. I don't care.
Vodka was one of the few spirits I liked. I used to, just like any teenager, getting to sort of 18, 19 years old, I used to drink, not massively, just ordinary. Sometimes we get tipsy or even a little drunk, whatever. But I gave up drinking when I was about 22. Because
Really?
I developed this skin condition. Well, I'd had it for several years and never really got to the bottom of it. Doctors tried things, they tried steroid creams and all sorts, and eventually they gave up and and I was working in London, and they suggested an acupuncturist and herbalist in Chinatown. I didn't have acupuncture, but I had herbal remedies where you had all these twigs and leaves and barks and goodness knows what. But as part of that, I also had to give up fried food, dairy food, alcohol, and something else. It was a bit miserable, and this problem went away. And then I started on dairy, and everything was okay. I started having the odd fried food, everything was okay. Started having some drink, wham, came back again. So that was it. So basically, I gave it up. There was no great shakes. If I had a pint or two, that's not a problem. If I was drinking regularly over a couple of weeks, then the condition will come back. So that's fine. Not a problem. I drive. I'm always the designated driver when we go anywhere.
Yes.
If I decide, do you know what, I want to drink tonight, then one or maybe two drinks is more than enough for me because I'm not used to it anymore. So it's cheap as well.
Yes.
And it's probably, let's be honest, it's better not to drink. So there we go. I'm not knocking you for having a drink because I smoke. So there we go.
You know that clip about who's that driver who's that kind of drunk where you're a better driver because hey, you're drunk, right? From Family Guy. You know that?
No, I don't. I don't really watch Family Guy. I've caught a couple of bits of it.
I'm that kind of drunk. Shotgun. That was awesome.
It might be, but it's wasted on me, I'm afraid.
Oh well, it's worth let's say the clip in itself. I don't think I ever watched the whole episode of Family Guy, but I've run through a lot of the clips, and so I think I've seen the most important of it. But that was absolutely funny. They've been drinking for quite a while, and then they have to pick up Meg, but they can't because hey, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to get to your car home, right? So what do they want me to do? Get a bus? No, screw that. Let them take a bus. And then I'm that kind of drunk, and then he throws his keys over. Shotgun. So I'm sitting next to you.
No, not seen that at all. Not seen that at all. I remember. One with, sorry, it's Family Guy, isn't it? You talk about that's the one with Peter, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's right, because the little girl's Meg or the girl's Meg. He's in a shop, and they put a call out over the tannoy for his wife, and he was like a lost kid. I can't remember all the details. Actually, Irish Dublin Girl said 42 came from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy at the very end playing Scrabble with the caveman. Not quite right. 42 came from Deep Thought, the computer that came up with the answer to the question of life, universe, and everything. And then Earth was created to find out what the actual question was, but it was destroyed about 5 minutes before it completed. So Earth 2... That's right, by the Vogon constructor fleet. Earth 2 was where Arthur and Ford ended up with the B-Arc from Golga Frincham, and they were with the cavemen, and they played Scrabble because Arthur was on the Earth up to the last few minutes, so the question would have been in his mind. So they played Scrabble, and the answer or the question that came out was 6 times 9. The 42 was already known, but they didn't really know what the question was.
Yeah. Well, okay, that was
There we go.
maybe you can
Sorry, I didn't
summarize
mean
very
to lecture.
nicely.
I love Hitchhiker's Guide. Absolutely brilliant.
You know what my favorite bit is? Well,
What's
one
that?
of my absolute favorites. It's the Great Telephone and Ventilation Riots. That is so absolutely great. I
Uh,
cannot reread that often enough.
I can't remember that bit. Uh,
It's about where um, what's his name? Ford Prefect needs to go into the building with Colin. That happy robot. Okay, and then he uses credit card to open a rocket and fireproof window, and then the explanation is why is it possible that he can do that? I mean, if it's so well protected, and there's 2 pages explaining about the ventilation and telephone riots that necessitated that was possible, and he smiled to himself, slid in his credit card, and he opened the window. But well, anybody who's interested enough in Douglas Adams, you're invited to look it up. It
New
is a riot.
subscriber. Party on, dude. I must reread them. There's so many things. The whole business about flying by falling over and forgetting to hit the ground. The whole
Missing.
yes, and SEP fields. Somebody else's problem. When
Yes.
they're at Lords and a spaceship lands, but it's
Yes.
surrounded by a SEP field, so nobody notices it because it's
No,
somebody else's
you
problem.
can only look at it if you sort of dart out a look from the corner of your eyes, and then if you're lucky, you can see it. He must have kept notes like, okay, I don't know when I'm going to do that, but this is going to end up in one of my books. Must
Yeah.
have been the way he wrote.
And do you remember all the archaeologists called Lintilla? Or was that on one of the
Yeah.
radio versions of it? They produced archaeologists from some sort of cloning machine. Unfortunately, there was an error, so before it finished cloning one Lintilla, it started on the next one, so they couldn't switch it off without committing murder. So they ended up with millions and millions of clones of an archaeologist called Lintilla. So they developed a male clone called Elitna, and they were attracted to each other. And I think that when they met, they would cancel out like matter and antimatter to get rid of all these Lintillas. What sort of a sick, screwed up mind did this guy have? Oh, Brother Grief likes the set field. It's brilliant stuff.
The whole idea that the books were in the end produced and that there was a movie, it's a story in itself, because there were radio shows, television shows, long play records, and scraps of books and things, and they all flatly contradicted each other. So in the end, you have to sort out a sort of a consistent story, and it's not much short of a miracle that actually happened.
Yeah, but when he was doing the original radio show, sometimes he hadn't got the episodes written, and he was writing them on the way to the BBC. Were you aware of that?
Yes.
Yeah. And Martin H has just said, Hot Black Desiato, the rock band that was so loud you had to listen to them in a bunker over the horizon. Yes, but do you know who Hot Black Desiato actually is? Because I do.
Nope. Tell me.
Do you know Snark? I'm going to... Hold on, I've got to show you this. One second.
No. What is it I missed all these years?
I don't know.
For the Dutch,
but you're going to...
Desiato.
Sorry, you are going to like this.
I don't doubt it.
Right. Let's open up this other window.
And one of my favorites is Wow Bagger, the Infinitely Prolonged.
It's what, sorry?
One of my favorite characters, I read something about Agrajag, one of my favorite characters, says Clive Wells, and I like Wow Bagger, the Infinitely Prolonged. And of course, Magdi Ragdag.
Sorry. Just trying to find the right window.
Demon Orb feels like Marvin. I feel sorry for you.
Are you ready for this then, Snark? I'm just popping it
Yes.
through now. This Douglas Adams actually passed an estate agent's in Camden called Hot Black Desiato. It's a real estate agent. And I'll just pop the website up there. Islington, Highbury and Camden. Hot Black Desiato. There you go. It's a brilliant name, isn't it?
And of course, you had to call them disaster area.
Yes. And Hot Black spent a year dead for tax reasons, didn't he?
Yes. Oh, there's the link. Oh, I don't believe it. Well, I do, but...
What, the Hot Black? Yeah.
I have to.
So you have to know these things when you're a sad Hitchhikers fan, I'm afraid.
Yes. And anybody who has not read Douglas Adams' his report on Australia, I would advise you to do so. It should be somewhere on the internet. It's like 2 pages, and it's worth every line, every second. It is so well done. Yes. Okay, there you go. Yes, real estate agents.
Yeah.
Islington.
Brilliant stuff, isn't it? It's fantastic.
We had the radio shows in Dutch, in German, let's say everything. It was a... Well,
the movie was all right. I enjoyed the movie, but I loved the TV series, which was virtually the same as the radio series. Not entirely, but virtually.
Mm-hmm.
Larry XK, never heard of Hot Black. Yeah, Hot Black Desiato. He was a rock star for a band called Disaster Area. And they would frequently broadcast a signal to the soundstage from another planet or from a ship in space. Oh no, it was from another planet, and their ship in space would crash into the sun. That was part of their sort of light show, if you like. But when Ford
contested by environmentalists,
and the Disaster Area shows actually breached several strategic arms limitation treaties.
He ended up in the restaurant at the end of the universe, right?
Hot Black?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dead and all.
He was at he was at the restaurant, but spending a year dead for tax reasons at the same time.
Yeah.
And of course Ford and that stole Disaster Area ship, didn't they? Which was pre-programmed to crash in the sun. Interesting stuff. Hello, Keely, you're back again. Sundive, that's right, Irish. All the best BBC comedy starts on Radio 4. Do you know what, Chris? I think you're right. There's some fantastic comedy on Radio 4. No worries, Larry. Milliways. That was it. Milliways.
Yeah, that's
no, hold on. Was it? Is Milliways? Yeah, Milliways is a restaurant at the end of the universe. And then what was the breakfast? The restaurant, the one at the beginning of the universe. So you had Milliways at the end of the universe.
I'll pass.
Yeah. I forgot what it's called now.
For all the fish. Yes.
I can't remember the name of it, because if you've done 6 impossible... Oh, that was it. If you've done 6 impossible things today, why not round it off with breakfast at Milliways?
Yes.
The restaurant at the end of the universe. But was it the Big Bang Burger Bar? I think I don't think you actually saw it, but they mentioned the Big Bang Burger Bar, which is at the obviously where you can see the Big Bang, the creation of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me another reference then, Snark, to the Big Bang from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
To the Big Bang? No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, references to anything by from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, man.
Yeah, it's in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Something about Zaphod Beeblebrox.
And his 2 heads.
And his 2 heads. Zaphod Beeblebrox was described as the best bang since the big one.
Oh, since the big
one.
Yes.
Can you remember who that was by?
Correct.
Who was it described him as that?
Oh well, was that in the portable Hitchhiker's Guide itself? say, in the story.
It was. What you mean in the actual Hitchhiker's book, in the guide? I don't know where it is.
Well, of course, it keeps referencing.
Clive's nearly got it.
Yeah.
He was.
Oh, Golumbits.
Eccentrica Golumbits, the triple-breasted whore from Eroticon 6.
Like that.
Yes, Irish, you're right. The Big Bang Burger Bar would make a great debunked channel name. Oh God, I love Hitchhiker's Guide. Can you imagine sitting down and having a conversation with Douglas Adams? It would have to be so strange.
He must have been a highly intelligent man.
Yeah.
Chaotic, but very intelligent indeed.
I mean, do you think that someone like that could naturally be like that? And I'm not wishing to knock him, but do you think it's like lots of artists, get a lot of their creativity from either drink or drugs or something like that? I don't know. I never heard anything of that. Oh, John Fieldsen wants 2 pan-galactic gargle blasters. 2? That's a bit risky, isn't it?
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy had very, very good translations into Dutch.
Did it?
Yes. It had a very good translation for the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster, and also other things where you would say that's intranslatable. They did an excellent job keeping the same sense of humor, and sometimes you can simply not translate literally, and they come up with something else, and then you see the original and the Dutch version next to each other, and then it's that is surprisingly good work.
So you can appreciate both of them.
Yes.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Because I mean that humour is so quirky. I'd never even thought about whether it translates, but from what you're saying, it does, and it did.
Well, I did a translation of one book once. Unfortunately, I never found a publisher, but it was a bit tricky, and that was of the book Board of the Rings. So I'll repeat that: Board of the Rings, not Lord of the Rings, but Board of the Rings. So that was by the Harvard Lampoon. And I found that there was not a Dutch translation. I found a German translation. I found a French translation.
Yeah.
And because it was all so tied into let's say that period of time, somewhere in the 60s, that there were a lot of references that I would never get. And guess what? The French translated loosely, and the Germans were very thorough. You could simply see that they done their homework, and they were excellent at finding what was going on. And you take Google and you find their references in the original, and it's bang on. So that helped me greatly in creating a Dutch translation. But yeah, then you get an idea of how difficult it is to translate humor, what the pitfalls are, and what you can do to do that. And the most difficult was the poems. Good luck with that.
Yes. Yeah, because even if you could translate a bit of Hitchhiker's Guide and something that sensibly equates to Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster and so on, even if you perfectly translate it, it doesn't mean that people in another culture would find it funny.
Because, Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster, I just put it in the chat for those Dutch who didn't know that. Pan-Galactische Huigvergruizer. So that's your, what's that? The top of your mouth? And then vergruizer is an excellent term for let's saying destroying that into smithereens. So that's it's very, very well done. And it's also got a sort of a ring to it.
Oh, and Martin H says his favourite bit was the whale spontaneously created falling towards ground with about 20 seconds to figure it out. But here's a question. Here's a question for you then, Martin. As well as a whale, at the same time there was a bowl of petunias created. Yes. What was it that the bowl of petunias thought before it hit the ground?
Oh,
don't tell him. Martin, see if you can answer. See if you can tell us, what was it the bowl of petunias thought or said? That'll be interesting. See if you can get that. I've got to reread it. Absolutely adore that.
Global junkies. He might be on a tax break.
He might. Oh, Martin, I'm not trying to catch you out. I just thought since you'd raised it, see if you. Not again. Oh, well, Clive said it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh no, not
no,
again.
not again.
That was it.
Yes.
And that wasn't
and then
explained. That wasn't explained until a couple books later, was it?
Exactly. And well, you know how that worked. So that was not even meant to be explained. And then later he
No,
thought,
it's just something weird. Why would a
that's
bold
weird.
Petunia say that? Yes. Well, there you go, Martin. The answer's just above.
The Bowl of Petunias came back in different forms, and every time was destroyed or whatever, killed by Arthur Dent.
Yep. Larry says he hasn't reread it for 20 years. I'm not sure when I've got the 4 books.
5. Hello,
yeah,
5.
I know. But I've got the 4. I'll have to reread them and get the 5th. Have you read his other books? Like
No, the 5th is by Beethoven.
Sorry?
I said no. The 5th is by Beethoven.
And have you read Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency?
Yes,
The
yes.
Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul.
The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul is beautiful.
But the thing I loved was The Electric Monk.
Yes.
I thought that was fantastic because those books are nowhere near as popular as The Hitchhiker's. But
No,
in this
I
book,
need to reread them.
he's got this idea of an electric monk to believe things for you, because you've got a video recorder to watch TV for you. You've got an oven to automatically cook food for you, but you have to spend all that time believing in things. So instead, just have an electric monk.
Yes.
Which I thought
I've got
was
a story for you. I've got a story. Long time ago, we went through Poland because we were going to visit a family there. We supported them, and then we were going to look them up. And it was a bit difficult because, let's say, half of the road was blocked. Only the incoming traffic could go there. And what I did, and I said I was going to do that. I'm going to do holistic navigation. I'm going to follow a car that gives me the impression that the driver knows what he is doing. I did that, and we arrived at, let's say, at a junction where I could say, okay, now I can take it from here. And years later, my son remembered that. He read Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. He read about holistic navigation, and he said, "So that's what you said ways back, years back in Poland." Yes, I did.
Yes.
That was holistic navigation. I still do that if it's necessary. Although these days with Google Maps and everything, you don't really have to.
Holistic navigation.
Yeah, I did that. It's like, well, this man is Polish and he's going around. I'll follow him until I get the impression that he's around the roadblock and everything, and then I'll take it from there. Which works beautiful.
Maybe you should invent holistic GPS navigation systems. So it says, follow the next blue car you see for 2 miles. Then take the second left after you see a red car. That would be interesting.
And then we'll ask the flirters to debunk it. That would be fun.
Flirts.
Yes.
Well, where are we? We're just approaching half midnight. I think I'm going to wrap this up about now. I hope you've all enjoyed our topic of anything, because I think we've covered just about everything, haven't we, Snark? From hot black Desiato through to goats.
Yes.
Acid baths, holistic navigation, vegetarianism, yeah, and artificial corn. So I am open to business funding, a business angel to come in with me on that one. Yeah. Okay. So listen, Snark, thank you very, very much for joining me. Really appreciate it. It's been nice chatting. And maybe you should hook up with Chris Lewis 187, but have a look at his channel, because he's got some good stuff on there, including a couple of Flat Earther songs. Maybe you can come up with... Sorry?
Well, you know what I have?
What do you have?
I've got an invitation, or let's say something without a fixed date, because that's a little bit difficult, from Girls Bike.
Girls Bike.
to make some music. Yeah, Girls Bike. That's the band that creates the music for Conspiracy Cats.
Right, I'd heard that before. I'd heard the name, and I couldn't think where, but yeah, Conspiracy Cats. Okay, you should do
So
it.
whenever I'm there, I'm most welcome, and we'll have some fun.
Cool, good stuff.
Might even do some flurfer stuff, but not even necessarily so. It's just like, okay, you're into the music business, and I like creating music, and let's do that together.
Well, Chris Lewis is still there in the chat. Yeah, Chris, you're very welcome, pal. I think you should hook up. It might be interesting. Maybe nothing will come of it, and that's fine. Got nothing to lose, have you? Anyway, just before we say goodbye, what I must do is say a big thanks to all my patrons. Massive thanks to all my patrons, including new patrons: Dark Saber, Chris Holmes, Crafty Keeler, Nal Pinion, William Schofield, Nicola Redmond, AZ Atheist, Grumpy Old Man, Hugh Jars, Larry XK, Juha Eskalinen, and my latest patrons, Purple Rhymes with Orange and Tim Nicholas. Thank you all so very much. And that patron list is getting rather long. Not sure exactly how many it is. I'll have to have a count up at some time. So, yeah, Snark, it really has been enjoyable. I've really enjoyed our chat tonight. Do you have any last words or any words of wisdom you want to give out to people?
Oh, well, no, I'll simply use yours. Stay sensible.
You pinched my line. That's all right. Okay, well, let's see if we can once again grab the link. There we go. So this is the Snark's latest video with a song called I'm a Falurf to the tune of the GNU. I shall be watching that in a few minutes' time. So please, everyone, check that out. Give him a like. Have a look around his channel. See if you want to subscribe. Okay, listen, Snark, thank you very, very much. Catch you again sometime. You'll always be welcome on here, okay?
As well.
Thank you.
Still in the side chat.
All righty. Okay. So thank you, everybody, for joining me once again. As usual, it's been fun. It's been not planned. And it's been enjoyable. Well, I've found it enjoyable, and I hope you have too. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care, stay safe, and stay sensible. Wrong button. Oh no, I made me error. There we go. Goodbye.